How much do you know about K-food? How much hanshik have you eaten?
We invite you into the world of Korean food, of course, including the history and culture of it.
We'll introduce trendy foods and famous restaurants on Dish of the Day with
Chef Ryan Phillips.
It is a Tuesday after what we'd call a bank holiday weekend in the UK. We had the Monday off, many of us, and Chef Ryan's looking tanned again. You're spending more time outside on the new farm. You had your launch on the weekend.
It was amazing, man. Yeah, it was really special.
Are you all moved now? Nothing left over at the old place?
I wish I could say so, but there's a shipping container at the old place. I still have a few things in.
Okay.
And then there's a building but the land is totally cleared out. Landlord's happy. Yeah.
Do you have to take the building with you? Or
No. We did move one shipping container over, so I've got like a little apartment on the new farm.
Oh,
we put some air conditioning in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You got electricity there and everything?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Looking forward to more events there to come in the fall. That's
yes.
the plan.
Yes.
Fantastic.
After it cools back down, you know.
Lovely. Today's hashtag is independence or 동립. You seem to have lived in many places, and I'm assuming you maybe became independent quite young. When was the first time you lived outside of your parents' home?
Oh, yeah, 15, 16.
Wow.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
How did they feel about that? Were they worried? Were they like, go get him, Tiger?
I guarantee you my mother was very worried, but my father was just, this is a great experience for him, I'm sure, and convinced her it was going to be okay.
So what did you do at that age? Where did you go?
I was an exchange student,
okay.
And spent first a month with the YMCA where my parents were both working at the time.
Oh, wow.
And kind of grew up in the Y.
Oh, amazing.
And we always had international folks staying in our house in the summers because they were working for the Y.
Oh.
And so we met all these people from all over the world, me and my brother and sister and parents, and the Brazilians were the most fun, the most exciting. Actually, this shirt is from Brazil. This is an expression
I had the.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
But it's kind of a slang in the Minas Gerais area in Brazil. Just kind of like, just do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, the Brazilians were so exciting and so much fun. And so my sister and I both, in different times, did a month exchange, just kind of like a short summer thing. And I was there during the World Cup.
Wow.
15 years old.
That's the 94 World
94
Cup?
World Cup. Man.
When they
Brazil won. Yeah. And the World Cup's going on in America, right? And so the games are playing in Dallas, where I'm from, and then I'm watching them in Brazil, and it was just mind blowing to me. The world got a whole lot bigger that month, and then I had to go back for a whole year as an exchange student with Rotary, and did that. Yeah.
That was when you were how old?
16. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you're a brave kid because. I don't know if I would have done that at that age. I'm still like a bit of a mama's boy that my wife likes to remind me of. Were you always like that, like quite adventurous and just like not thinking about?
I think it was the support from the parents, and then the support of the Y, because Dad knew that he could call somebody in Brazil, and there's a commonality, a connection. It's not just flying blind. So. Wow. The whole support structure, I guess, was important.
That is
and with Rotary as well.
We got a message before we jump into today's ingredients from Made It Up, who lives near London, and it was 35 degrees there on the weekend. Wow. There's a record-breaking heat. It's awful. And they say, I just made some kimchi here, and it's so hot that I stuck it in the fridge after about 36 hours. Does that sound fair, Chef? And I normally leave it then for about, when it's not this hot, 4 days before putting it in the fridge.
Yeah, what I would do is just the nose is such a good indicator on that kind of thing. I seem to know. Do you know naturally? I think people just naturally seem to know if a ferment is starting to go the wrong way, or at least. I think I've always had that. I think it's just a natural, an instinct thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then if it goes too far, don't throw it out just yet, because then that's like mugunji, right? It's going to go faster to be extra sour. Now, of course, if you see some funny colors, or pasty white, then at least scrape that stuff off, throw away the top layers. Yeah. But yeah, you should be just fine with 36 hours. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, today's dish of the day. It's kind of simple, but you can spruce it up as well with lots of additional ingredients. So when I was young, this would have been one of the ingredients I would have not touched with a barge pole, as we say. In the same family as maybe Brussels sprouts, which are one of the most hated, at least the stereotypes from British kids.
I can make those taste good, though, man.
I'm sure you can. And I'm sure today will be delicious as well. We're talking about cabbage, right?
Yeah. And it could be, like Western cabbage, or it could be like the cabbage we use here, which we call like Napa cabbage in the West.
Oh, you can do it with that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's done with both here. And I got to say that whenever I go next door to my kitchen, to the Panchankage, the Korean side dish store, and they've got steamed cabbage leaves out on the table.
Yep.
It makes me extra excited. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good meal.
And today, that's what we're talking about, the steamed cabbage leaves. So I can't remember in the UK if that's a common thing to see on a dinner table. I don't think so.
China does it, Japan does it, Korea does it. I'm sure other Asian countries do it.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming really popular all across the West. I mean, you guys, we just kind of take cabbage for granted. You know, it's like pretty much coleslaw. And what else,
You sometimes fried cabbage, like in a pan with other things, like maybe bacon and stuff like that. I'd see that, and that was quite tasty.
I guess it was just considered, like a last resort food, and it just got a stigma like that.
It's not
at least
sexy at all, is it?
But it's so good. And it does have a funky smell now after it's been steamed, but
today not too bad, I gotta say. And so we're gonna talk about in particular Yangbaechu Ssambap, which is the Western style of cabbage. That's literally what the name means, like yang for soyang, like the West, and bechu for cabbage. And then the Ssambap is a wrap with rice in it, right?
Right.
So that's the specific dish. And so this picture we've got first is what you might see at a fancy handshake place, right? A nice restaurant.
And that looks like they're using the Napa cabbage rather than the Western cabbage. And there's rice rolled up in those, but then they also have the naked rice balls. And this one has some minced beef, which is common, but not always. Today we just have the quintessential old school, just the samjang, the rice, and the steamed cabbage.
Yeah.
But some people do this with tuna fish, with a lot of different vegetables, some mushrooms in there. It could be really elaborate. It could be really simple.
You can take it wherever you want, right? And it is seen as really old school. My mum, when she does this, she does it with the kangdoenjang, like the soybean paste that has been, I guess, concentrated more and more. So it's really salty. It's really funky in a way, but deep. You just need a little bit of that with the rice, and it's so delicious. And she just wolfed down a whole bowl of rice like that, right? And this is another version, which is maybe even more fancy. And that, again, looks like on the top, what have we got there?
Tuna fish. Tuna fish and maybe some mugunji, it looks like. But it could just be tuna fish and essentially samjang, because you're stir frying with gochujang, with some doenjang, the tuna fish, some garlic, some scallions, maybe even some shiitake mushroom chopped up in there, some chilies. Very flavorful. But then you've got all that steamed rice to balance all that flavor in through the wrap.
And so today we've got the Yangbaechu that you've steamed, right? Yeah. And in this case, is this seasonal? Is there a season for cabbage?
Well, technically it would be in the fall.
Okay.
But here in Korea, we've always got cabbage. The only thing that changes is the price. In the winter or in the early spring, it can be its most expensive.
Yeah.
But by this time of year, they're already dropping down to I mean, we're talking. Man, I got to say, the produce here.
Yeah.
Did it shock you when you first got here? It's huge.
The cabbage.
The cabbages are huge.
They always go rotten in my fridges because I can't eat them all.
Yeah.
Like you'll cut half and that'll take
sauerkraut.
a while.
Make sauerkraut. It doesn't ever go bad.
You are right. And I don't remember seeing cabbage because I wasn't involved in the kitchen in my house at all. But they are massive here,
Man, I don't remember growing up and ever seeing a cabbage bigger than like one of those like pee-wee soccer balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the ones here, they're like bigger than basketballs, man. I mean,
so you can buy like quarters of them in the supermarket, and that's still
what
a
they
big
usually
chunk,
sell.
right?
Yeah.
And so, okay, this is what we'll get it on the screen, and maybe we'll wrap one as well. This is what we got in the studio. Very simple, and you may be like, well, that's not much, but this sauce is the kicker, right?
That's it.
Is
man.
this
That's it.
doenjang, gochujang?
So not only did one chef friend of mine who's from America, Chef James, who I was cooking with over the weekend, love that guy, he made the doenjang.
Oh, wow.
And then
from soybeans.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, it's a serious process, and it's so good. And then the gochujang in here, my Korean chef friend Minju, she made, or her parents and her made that one.
And you mix those together,
right? Because it's 1 part gochujang, 2 parts doenjang. Okay. And then there's some minced garlic. There's some toasted sesame oil. You might have sesame seeds go in there. Some people get more elaborate. You might even put like some shiitake mushroom powder in there, you know, for some more depth. But give that a little stir and a taste. I think it could probably use a little more garlic.
And so isn't that essentially what samjang is? The doenjang and the gochujang together, right?
Yeah. But normally people expect there to be some minced garlic and toasted sesame oil as well. And then you can get more elaborate with maybe some minced up mild chilies or spicy chilies sometimes, toasted sesame seeds, and then, like a shiitake mushroom powder.
Yeah, so that samjang is what's going crazy in the West. Like, people are loving that sauce. You have it with the barbecue meat and things like this.
Some folks add a little sugar to it too.
This smells so good, like so savory as well, with the sesame oil in there as well.
Chef James gave me his doenjang and his kanjang, his soy sauce, and because when you make soy sauce and you make doenjang, you make them together. They're not made, and you don't make one and not the other, because basically soy sauce is kind of, it's kind of a byproduct of doenjang, or you could say the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. You get 2 for 1, basically. All right, let's get to a song break, Ryan. I'm going to tell you to hold, and then let's eat it in part 2, okay, if that's all right. And let's play this one from Shonyu and Hyungwon of Monster X, Superstitious. But to Dish of the Day, Chef Ryan's here. We're talking about Yangbaechu Ssambap, or the Western style of cabbage, the rice wrapped in those leaves. Got a few messages. Made it up, says, ooh, cabbage. I've got half a Napa cabbage left in the fridge, so that would work, like you said. And Peter, you seem a bit fixated with the paste. The paste is the clincher. Otherwise, I would still be a bit reluctant to have this, even though I'm not as fussy. Just plain rice and steamed cabbage.
Yeah,
there's not much.
I mean, you could even leave out the rice maybe from time to time and just be dipping the leaves.
In the sauce, right?
Yeah, but yeah, you gotta have the sauce.
It smells amazing.
Mata writes, I had cabbage and corned beef for dinner in a sandwich, the Brazilian type of corned beef. So is it a fermented soybean paste with spice? Yes. This is fermented and or aged soybean paste. When you make doenjang, you first make a meju, which is a block of cooked and formed soybeans. And the big difference between doenjang and miso is that doenjang leaves some beans, they're still visible, maybe whole or halved, whereas miso's really super ground up fine. Yeah. So you get this meju block and you wrap it in rice stalks and hang it, and the rice stalks are going to share some good enzymes in there, and it's going to hang and dry for months, and then you put that with water and salt into a hangari or one of those big clay pots, and then slowly that's going to ferment and age, and the water will become the soy sauce, and the meju will become the doenjang.
It is all about jang here in Korea. And then we've got
the
gochujang, which is the chili pepper paste, right? That's the other main one. And then you're mixing that chili pepper paste with the bean paste to get the samjang style sauce that we've got today, right? And the good way to tell here in Korea is if you're buying it in the supermarket, the green tubs are the samjang, the brown tubs are the doenjang, and the red tubs are the chili pepper paste, right? It's like color coded, basically.
Makes it easy.
We also had Peter saying urong 쌈장. Urong is the snails, isn't it? The freshwater snails. Some 쌈장s have that in it. And he says that with the Yangbaechu or the cabbage together.
That would be pretty good.
Is an amazing combination. And Siska says the pictures you showed look a bit like Indonesian cabbage siomay. That filling of that is fish or chicken meat, and we eat it with peanut sauce. Oh, I love a good peanut sauce.
Yeah, peanuts can mesh well with cabbage too, right?
Yeah, that's not a traditional thing in Korea, though, to have peanut sauce, right? Although, of course, we do eat much of that cuisine now. Okay, let's try it.
Can I eat it yet?
Let's give it a go. So you just wrap it any which way. We're not too fussy about how to wrap
This
things,
is gonna be
right?
huge.
But you do want to have it in one mouth, I guess, right?
I don't know. This is going to be pretty,
That is a
pretty
big
huge.
leaf,
This
isn't
is a big
it?
Leaf. Yeah, you feel free to tear them in half.
Okay, yeah, I will do so. Here's my... And you can see it's translucent. So, yeah, when I was young, and actually, to be honest, until recently, I didn't really find these attractive, right? A translucent cabbage leaf, and it's cold, right? It's not warm. You're not eating these hot when they're steamed immediately. So let me get some of the rice. And as you can see, Chef Ryan has used 햇반. You can do that, of course. But at the restaurants, you're often getting the rice with lots of different grains in it and things like that, right? Is it good, the sauce?
Well, there's this lovely natural sweetness of the cabbage. And that's what... We take this ingredient for granted, but when you steam it...
Yeah, it gets so sweet, right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
My hands are a bit messy here. Little bit of rice, but I really want a lot of sauce. And like, when you get in a airline that is Korean, you'll often get the fried gochujang in the tubes, like toothpaste, right? That is amazing with just a bit of rice. So I know this is really simple, but think, when you just can't be bothered to cook something relatively healthy like this, right? In the summertime, cold cabbage leaves. Let's give it a try.
It's so good. The texture of the cabbage is lovely. You're steaming this, guys, for 5 minutes. You dig it?
Yeah.
It's good, right?
That sauce is amazing.
This lovely sweetness of this simple vegetable that is cheap, you know? And available all over the world.
So you can eat cabbage raw in like the salads and stuff. We really thinly slice it, right? But can you do a wrap with a raw cabbage leaf? Like, technically, it's not inedible, I suppose, but it's just too crunchy.
We do that often. I mean, served as sam.
Yeah.
They'll take the smaller inner leaves.
Yeah.
You know?
Not the bigger, really thick white ones, because those are a bit too crunchy, right? But this...
Balsam is often served that way.
Yeah.
You'll get like smaller Napa cabbage leaves raw.
Yeah, the inner ones, right?
Right.
But
And
the
you have to do
Yangbaechu...
2 bites.
Yeah, the Yangbaechu, though, you don't see often, right?
No,
raw like that, which is interesting.
But my kitchen neighbors, they're often steaming this. And because it's, it's our lunch and they're steaming it, it is warm when we're having it.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah.
And you got to use your fingertips and grab one and load it up. And then, maybe it's not just samjang.
Wow, it's got the stalk
Maybe
in some of them as well.
there'd be some meat, some kind of, maybe a bulgogi on the side to wrap up with it.
Sure, so you can have this as a sam, just like you have with barbecue. Oh, there's a stalk and I've completely ruined it. I'm sorry, right? Here we go. And yeah, you can put other things in here, of course, but if you just want it simple, this is like a 5-minute prep meal. Put the rice in the microwave, have the sauce ready to go.
But if you want to do it elaborate, you could do it more like the pictures we were showing.
Yeah, you
The
can.
spice cabbage.
You can spruce it up. It does have a bit of a kick to it as well, doesn't it?
That's real gochujang. It just got my throat a little bit.
If you are steaming these, then you just rip off the leaves and put them in a steamer. That's it. There's no other ingredients you're putting in the water to steam it or anything to impart any flavor. It's just cold water.
Honestly, what a lot of folks do is get a wok with a lid or a pan with a lid and put just like a centimeter of water in the bottom.
Yeah.
You don't have to go rig up a steamer for this. It's not that important. What you want to do is get that water up to a boil. Have your lid ready, and put the leaves in. If there's 2 or 3 stuck together, no problem. But don't put like a whole chunk,
or a whole cabbage in there.
How is it going to cook evenly that way? There's no way. But 2 or 3 stuck together, no problem. Put them in there, cover it, set a timer for 5 minutes.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then take them off. You don't have to like put them in ice water or anything like. Just let them cool off naturally. And while you're making up your ssamjang or prepping up that or other ingredients.
Yeah, the thing that put me off this first was when I saw these translucent cabbage leaves. You're like looking at them thinking they're just soggy and they're no crunch to them and things like that. But that's not the point of this dish at all, right? It's not meant to be like this. These are just, like you said, a subtle sweetness in this malleable wrap. And it's just so simple. And it's so good for you, right? Because cabbage is low in calories, 20 calories per 100 grams,
That's right?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Dietary fiber.
Yeah. Right, so if you've got problems going to the toilet, this is what you want, right? And it becomes so easy to digest when it's like that. And yeah, it's meant to be, apparently, alongside olive oil and yogurt, Time magazine's 3 top longevity foods from the West. Because, yeah, as we say in the name, this is not a native thing to Korea, obviously, if it's Yangbaechu, right? Yang literally meaning soyang, from the West. So, yeah, one of the foods to help you live long. Because don't they eat this kind of wrap style in, like, the Mediterranean as well? Maybe it's not with cabbage leaves, but with, like...
Dolma?
Yeah, from
the
Greece
pickled
and stuff.
grape leaves.
Right. And so, along those lines, I guess you could say, right?
I've seen a Korean recipe done with this too. That's a little more Western style. So you'll take a nice big leaf and you'll wrap it up kind of pretty and where it's closed on both ends. You know, so kind of like a burrito, right? Fold in the ends and then finish rolling it, and then dip it in an egg wash. And then put it in a pan.
Wow.
You don't have to deep fry it.
Like a chon almost.
Exactly. So then you're like crisping up that egg on all the edges.
Wow.
And then cut them. And so it becomes a little bit more accessible, I guess, or a little less foreign to Westerners to see it done like that.
Yeah, maybe kids, when they're looking at this, they might be like me, thinking about Brussels sprouts from when they were younger. And the colour, look at the colour. It's not like screaming to a little child, come eat me. In the West, at least. Here in Korea, there's no kind of ooh or ickiness to these kind of things. But yeah, I think that could work. When I just had a big load of that cabbage, it's good.
It's so good.
Right? It is just subtle and sweet. And then the sauce adds the savouriness to it. Oh, yeah, you could just have it without the rice. Absolutely. Right. The ssambap in the name as well. Sam means to wrap something, right? Or put it in another thing like a package. And the pap meaning the rice as well. Made it up saying, I love listening to people who really know about food and cooking. That's why we got Ryan in every week. He said, I'm going to get some pork belly and use that in the cabbage leaves.
Oh, yeah.
It goes really well. As we said earlier, it's usually napa cabbage leaves. And like Ryan said, in that case, they're raw rather than steamed. Yeah, I feel like if it's napa cabbage, then you're not steaming it. You could still have the ssambap and dip it in the sauce.
Right.
But you wouldn't have to steam it, right?
You know the other one that's really lovely steamed? Do you like the hobaknip?
No, my mum does, though, because it's a bit hairy, the pumpkin leaves, right?
Dang it, I knew you were going to say that.
And they're a bit thick, no?
So pumpkin leaves... I never knew that you could eat pumpkin leaves growing up. But, oh man, steam up some of these cabbage leaves. And if you've got pumpkin growing anywhere, squash, take those big leaves and steam them as well. Yeah. Yes, they are a little furry, just naturally.
Do they have a taste, like a flavor?
Yeah, it's not sweet like the cabbage.
Yeah.
But
I can imagine it's more acquired.
It gets a
than
lovely
this.
tenderness to it, and it makes great wraps. Like
it's not too tough to like chew through once it's been steamed.
You steam it, yeah.
Fantastic.
Steams in less time than the cabbage too, by the way. Maybe just like 2 or 3 minutes instead of 5.
Yeah, the sauce is the kicker because you've got that umami-ness, that gosoham is what we say in Korean. And yeah, apart from like the pond snails, you could also do tofu ssamjang, which has a bit of mashed tofu in it. That's good. That's adding more protein. As I said, the kangdoenjang, which is more thick and savoury, just concentrated. Boiled down is what my mum usually does with a bit of meat in it, I think, in a stew.
Take your tofu and put it in a cheesecloth or something and squeeze out as much moisture as you can. Yeah. And then open that up and crumble it into a pan and saute that, maybe with some mushrooms, onions, these kind of things, a little soy sauce. Then you can add some gochujang and some doenjang to that, mix all that up, and then that becomes basically like your ssamjang.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need a separate sauce with that one. Then you just, and some people will mix it all together with the rice and wrap that up, and then it's a grab and go kind of food.
Yeah.
You don't even have to dip in anything, you know.
Once you've steamed the cabbage, I'm assuming it doesn't last as long as a raw cabbage. So if you're going to like store this in the refrigerator or something,
that's a
maybe
good
have
point.
it in
Nobody ever
couple of
keeps
days.
it for too long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never seen what it would do after 2 or 3 days.
No.
We always eat it all because it's so good.
It is so good. Oh, this is delicious. Get your kids onto this, guys. A nice, healthy cabbage wrap. We'll be back in part 3 with what's in your fridge. Keep on sending in your ingredients, and we'll listen to this one from Park Ji-hun, Watercolour. And we're back for part 3, dish of the day. We were talking about the cabbage wraps, the Yangbaechu Ssambap, and yeah, I think I've fallen even more for those. They get so sweet when they're steamed and boiled, because when you eat a cabbage by itself, it's not sweet, right? A raw cabbage.
Right. Well, no, the good ones are.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Even when they're
yeah.
raw?
Whenever I'm making coleslaw, I always taste the cabbage and see, and it's not always. You know, you got to have a pretty good one.
But then steaming like brings it out more to the fore.
Because I tasted this one when I was cutting it up last night, and it wasn't very sweet raw, but then after steaming, just so lovely.
So good, so good. And like we said, without the rice, it's fine as well to just dip in the sauce too. We're going to get to what's in your fridge. A couple of you sending in your ingredients. Do you want to start off with Siska's list, who's always apologetic from Jakarta?
As always, Siska has milk, eggs, ice cream, but now we have also oranges, pears, mangoes, papaya, canned pineapple, and some cold pressed juice, berry base mixed.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're not doing anything savory with that. Okay. Last week or week before we did kind of a custard, I think.
Yeah,
right?
that was good.
God, when you start off with milk and eggs, that's where I want to go at first. We did a fried ice cream, I think, already for Siska.
Talked about that.
Okay, what else could we do? Man, I want to do something with this papayas, canned pineapple.
Don't we have the papaya salads? Isn't that a big thing here?
Actually, yeah, that's something to talk about. Have you ever had green papaya?
Oh, I think that it's a bit more spicy, like peppery kind of thing.
Yeah. Have you ever had green mango?
No. Is that not unripe
it's
mango?
Spicy.
Oh, really?
It's hot.
Wow.
Yeah. And really sour. Sour. Okay, so I'm assuming, Siska, that your papaya is probably ripe, but let's pretend. Let's pretend, because I just love, like in Korean cuisine, you've got that spicy sweet balance, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys could get your hands on a green papaya, and what you want to do is kind of shoestring it. So peel it first, right? And there's those little black seeds in the middle. You throw those away. But see if you've got some kind of it almost looks like a zester. What is that thing called?
Not a peeler.
Not a peeler, but you can cut strips.
Okay.
They make all kinds of gadgets. You could run it through a cheese grater kind of thing, but you'll just have to try to get long, thin pieces because they end up being like noodles, right? Now, if you took those and the pineapple and, well, I want to go a little more savory with it. And there's nothing here savory. but what I'm trying to do is illustrate the spicy sweet balance that you can get from that. Green papaya is a lovely ingredient that in Thailand it's used a lot for, what's the name of that in Thai? I can't remember, but it's a spicy green papaya salad. And it has a lovely crunch. And when you cut them into those long, thin strips, they're just perfect that way.
That would be lovely, Siska. Give that a try. Let us know. Have some feedback for us. Hartley has sent in a video here, and it's 2 minutes long of you literally going from opening your fridge to the rest. So I've watched it in advance. So as you're watching, you can pick up some
kimchi.
You can pick out some more things. But yeah, there's a couple of types of kimchi. There's some turkey slices.
Okay.
There's some plant-based steak. There's pork belly ends. They kind of just look like little strips of samgyeopsal to me.
Okay.
And there's some ice slushies in the freezer as well. So with those ingredients, there was a can of beer I saw. I think we can go Korean with these, right?
Yes.
There's, I think, some alcohol here.
The first thing that comes to mind, if you guys have never taken a sour kimchi and pork fat or pork belly and fried those together, you are missing out. There's really something incredible about that really sour kimchi. Remember, guys, fat and sour balance each other, right? Sugar and fat will balance each other as well. Bitter and sugar will balance each other. Bitter and fat will balance each other, right? But in this instance, you've got the sour kimchi, okay? I saw that mat kimchi in there. That looked like it's probably pretty sour, right? Wouldn't you say?
It looked like it'd been there for a while.
Right. And so render off some of the fat off that pork belly. And once that fat's rendered off a little bit, throw in that mat kimchi. And you could do it in long pieces or you could do it all chopped up. It doesn't matter. Stir fry that until you'll start to get this little slightly like brown color, you know, from the juices in the kimchi and the cabbage leaves there just crisping up on the edges. And you, that combination, that sour fat balance is amazing. It's so good.
You don't need anything else. I saw you had some rice as well.
That pork belly. That will work. That will work.
That looks amazing. Did they do that? Did they do that when you were younger as well, Ryan? Like that looks like a cut, like samgyeopsal, like just a shorter one.
No, even until just about 10 years ago, you had to go to the butcher and ask for pork belly that's not smoked.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be like
across
bacon,
America.
right?
It's always bacon, but they would have it. You just had to ask. And in the last 10 years, though, that has shifted. You know, people want raw pork belly nowadays.
Made it up saying, fridge needs a clean, Hartley. I always have a fridge that is disorganized like you, Hartley, so I'm on board.
Hey, way to go to keep it real. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You know?
I saw the other ingredients you had was some orange juice, some cranberry juice, some raisin bran, which I'm wondering why you keep in your fridge. Raisin bran? That was interesting. Maybe they have extra crunchy or something. Some eggs and some salad as well. I would... And this is my 2 cents. I know I'm not a chef,
please.
The slushies, the orange and the cranberry juice, mix that all together for a nice summer, like non-alcoholic cocktail.
There you go.
That would be delicious, right?
I was trying to think of a way you could do like a naengmyeon, because this time of year as it gets hot, naengmyeon is just so nice to get. It's like
with some slushy ice in there.
And the slushy is, you know, I mean, and it is a little sweet savory, right? You know,
the yuksu to the naengmyeon, you often put pear in there,
right?
Like places nowadays, because of the economy, they're not putting any pear in there. I get so angry.
Put so much sugar in there,
and instead they've just got a bit of the mou, the white mou as well, which kind of looks like a pear from far away, and then you eat it, and it's like, oh, that's just a radish.
I bet some of them are even cutting it to look like pears.
Into those like long, like cuboid shapes.
Well, a Korean pear right now in Korea, I mean, this might be 9,000 won for one because it's totally out of season.
That is true. If you're wanting to eat pear, you are pushing the boat out. Guys and girls, please keep on sending you what's in the fridge, even for next week as well. We'd love it in advance.
Please.
And like Hartley, you can just send a video. You can send a photo as well.
I love it.
As well as a
Hartley.
list of ingredients. And be honest, there's no judging here as well. And we'll come up with some delicious dishes. And if there's any things that you want Ryan to talk about, foods that you want him to bring in, then do suggest a way. Next week, we're going to go like things that are trending dessert-wise in Korea.
Some good ones.
There are some really interesting ones at the moment. One that I discovered, I think, when I was in the Philippines. We can preview that ingredient, ube.
Yeah.
I came across it because someone brought me back from the Philippines. These little, like, powdered purple biscuits,
so purple,
that were really densely packed together, and then you bite into them and it's like almost sand. It kind of like becomes really dusty in your mouth, but they were really kind of tasty.
Don't inhale at the same time as chewing.
Because then you end up coughing, and that has become an ingredient that's become really hot here.
Crazy.
I don't know why.
And it's essentially taro root. I mean, it's almost the exact same thing.
Oh, really?
But a little bit different flavor, a little sweeter, you know, than a taro.
Let us know your 2 cents. I know we've got a few listeners from the Philippines as well. I know that's a massive thing there. Benny's saying it's a top export.
It's so good, man.
From the Philippines.
And it started exploding like 3 or 4 years ago. And it's everywhere here now. Everywhere.
I think the colour really helps with social media.
Man, it's very, very photogenic. Very photogenic vegetable.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much for coming in today.
My pleasure.
See you again next Tuesday.